This is Air Fryer Chicken Tikka. It's easy, it's fast, and it's absolutely delicious. All the flavor of your favorite restaurant starter in your own home kitchen. Oh, I can hardly wait to try this. Just love it. It's fast, convenient, and incredibly tasty. Spot on. So let's get started. As you can see here, I've got a few ingredients. Anyone that has my cookbooks will know that I've got quite a few chicken tikka recipes. This one just happens to be from my latest, which is the Curry Guy Air Fryer. It is a very simple chicken tikka marinade. It can be used not just on chicken tikka, but you can use it on lamb, you can use it on vegetables, paneer. It's just one of those recipes that you can use on pretty much anything that you want to have taste like tandoori. Now, I've got here some chicken breasts. Chicken breasts are what are used at most restaurants, and there's a good reason for that. It's white meat, so people cut into it, or they go in to try it, and they see that it's white, and they know that it's cooked through. So I would normally use thigh, but I want this to look very much like what you're going to get at a restaurant. So I'm using the breast meat today, which is going to be nice and white and juicy inside. So let's get this out of the way here, and I'm going to just start slicing some of this up into nice bite-sized, or maybe it's a little bit larger than bite-sized tikka. Let's see here, just kind of like that. There's no real rule to this. You cut it any size you like. You can cut it really, really small if that's what you prefer, because I'm going to be using these not only as a starter, but also in a couple of curries today. And I just want those to look as nice as they can when they're in that curry. So it's all quite easy here, and I'm running out of space, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting this in this pot over here, which is where we're going to marinate the chicken as we get it sliced and ready. A couple more. I'm using about 600 grams of chicken today. And this is a recipe that you can really scale it, downscale it, whatever you want to do. It's quite easy. As long as you get quite a lot of marinade on there, you'll be fine. So if you want to do a kilo, if you want to cook for more people, or if you just want to do a little tiny bit for yourself, just kind of play with the ingredients. Okay, so I've got that there. Put this right up here in front of me now. Most tandoori marinades there's two of them. There's two tandoori marinades. There's one, the first marinade is gonna be a little bit citrusy. So I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice all over this. I've got the juice of 2 lemons that are going in there. And that's where you get that nice tart flavor. You know, when you bite into a piece of chicken tikka and it has that tart flavor. There's a number of ways of doing that. But lemon juice is one of them, and that's what we're using for this simple marinade today. And then I've got about 2 tablespoons here of garlic and ginger paste, and that's roughly, I make my own, you can buy it. If you do buy it, make sure you buy the stuff that's in the freezer section. I don't really like the stuff in the jars. It has a bit of a funky taste to it. So that's right, this what I've got here is about 50% garlic and 50% ginger. I'm gonna just start rubbing that right into the meat. Use your hands. You can use a spoon if you like, but I just like to make sure that everything gets right in there. And with this, I'm going to get a bit of salt there. Soak that in there. Just like that. And then just a tiny bit of mustard oil. That's about a teaspoon there of mustard oil. So to that, I'm just gonna go wash my hands here, and then I'm gonna get started on the second marinade, which we're gonna mix this all together. So we've got this chicken just in the first marinade here, and it's okay to sit there for about 20 minutes. Now the thing is, we've got lemon juice in there, so if you use lemon juice or any other kind of citrus, what it's going to do is it's going to start cooking the chicken. So it's got, it naturally tenderizes meat, but after about 4 hours or so, you don't want to leave it on any longer than that, because it'll start making it a bit tough. In this case, I'm just gonna leave that citrus on there with the garlic and ginger and the oil, a little bit of salt. I'm gonna leave that in there for about 20 minutes while we mix this other one up. And that's just gonna let the lemon juice and that tart flavor from the lemon juice and the salt and the garlic and the ginger just soak right into the meat. So it's gonna be very tasty. And get some of this yogurt here. So I've got about 250 grams of yogurt. For my American friends, that's about a cup. And we're just gonna start whisking that up a bit. We want it to stay thick, but we want it to be easy to stir these spices into. So I'm just gonna give that a nice whisk there. And then I'm gonna add what I got here is, and like I say, this is one of my easiest recipes for tandoori chicken, but it sure does work. I've got some Kashmiri chili powder, some ground coriander, some tandoori masala, and a little bit of cumin. So it's very simple. Put all those in there like that. And again, we're just gonna whisk all those ingredients right into the yogurt. And one thing I wanted to show you here today is, see, this could be actually finished right now. As soon as I apply this marinade to the chicken, it could be done. But we're not gonna finish there. I'm gonna show you a little bit of a smoking trick, which it's called the Dhungar method. And it's one that I use all the time, especially in the winter months when I don't really feel like lighting up my barbecue and going outside in the snow. I use this indoors to give it a nice smoky flavor, just like you would in a tandoor or on your barbecue. All right, so this is all looking really good now. As you can see, it's all whisked together and all over there. Every last drop of it. So much flavor going in here. I'm gonna get right in there with my hands. I want this to be really nicely coated. We don't want any of this meat not getting coated in the marinade. All that lemon juice, garlic and ginger, spices, salt, oil, these all work together to make it absolutely delicious. And there you have it. If you wanted to, you could just go straight to cooking with this, but I recommend letting it marinate for at least 4 hours, if not overnight, because with the yogurt, when you add the yogurt, you can let it marinate a lot longer. It kind of counters the lemon juice that's in there. As long as you add the yogurt, you can let that marinate. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a little well here, and I've got a little piece of charcoal outside, which I'm going to put right in the center there, and we're going to let this smoke well as it marinates, and then I'm going to let it marinate for at least another 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, before putting it in the air fryer over there. So let's get that little space there available, and then go get my piece of charcoal, and we'll put that right in the center. All right, so I got this piece of charcoal in there. I'll put that right in the center there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a tiny bit of oil, just a tiny bit, and you're going to see it's going to start smoking up immediately. I wouldn't normally use this lid, but I just want you to see what it looks like there. See all that smoke coming off? And it's smoking that chicken. It's going to make it look and taste amazing. It's going to give it some coloring, but more importantly, it's going to give it some flavor. Nice smoky flavor, just as if it were cooked in a tandoor or on a barbecue. As you can see, there's lots of smoke going around in there right now, but in about 10 minutes, that smoke's gonna die because we've cut off the air. So that when that smoke goes away, it's gonna kind of subside there, and then we can take the lid off and it's ready. But I'm gonna let mine marinate for at least another 6 hours today. Okay, so I think this is just as good a time as any to show you what's going on in here, so you can see through the lid now. Most of the smoke has subsided. There's only a tiny bit coming up. You don't want it to completely go out, because then it kind of tastes, I find it tastes a little bit bitter. So you just want to, as it's still smoking a bit, there you are. And that is just gonna take, that is just soaked into that meat. And it's gonna taste absolutely amazing, especially for, like we're doing today, we're letting this marinate for at least 6 hours. I would recommend marinating it overnight if you've got the time to do so, but it's going to be really, really good. There you are. Just cover it and put it in your fridge until you're ready to put it in the air fryer. Okay, so this has been marinating now for at least 6 hours. I'm going to start taking this, and I find it easier. Obviously, you don't have to use skewers, but I find it easy to use wood skewers, so you can just turn them halfway through the cook in the air fryer quite simply. I don't have them touch. I want them to cook completely all around. So we're going to just almost have them touch, but not completely. There we are. Don't worry too much about what it looks like, because it's going to become a little bit smaller when it's cooked anyway. It's going to get a nice roast and toasted, charred appearance to it. One thing I did do, by the way, is because I am using these skewers, is I did soak them for about 30 minutes in some water. It's not as important to do that with an air fryer as it is if you're putting them over a barbecue or something like that. But so we're going to have some really nice skewers there that we can just put out on a nice platter and serve as a starter. I've got some others that I've been doing as well in the meantime, which I'm going to put into some curries. I cooked those on skewers as well, just because they're easier. It's easier to, rather than having to go in and take each piece of chicken and turn it individually. It's just nice to have a wooden skewer there that you can do that. You can really smell the smoke from the charcoal, from the Dhungar method there that we did earlier. You can really smell it. It just smells so smoky and nice. There we are. So getting to the end of it there, and I'm going to now transfer this all over to the air fryer, where we're going to let it cook for 20 minutes, roughly 20 minutes. Because of writing an air fryer book, I've got several different air fryers, and sometimes it takes 20 minutes, sometimes it takes 15 minutes. There we go. Probably about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to spray this now all over the cooking grate there. And then we're just gonna add these. And I've got a bit too many for this one, so I'm going to cook this in batches. Don't overload your air fryer. Just make sure there's a bit of air in there so it can kind of cook, and you can just, it's so easily and can be done so much in the background. It's just as you're cooking, get the ones that are cooked out, put the other ones in, and you can do this for as long as you like, as many as you need to cook. It's quite easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this. I got it set for 200. For 20 minutes. Like I say, I'm probably going to check this in about 15 minutes and it should probably be ready. Got it on the mega zone there, and play. Okay, so this is about halfway done now. We're gonna go ahead and baste this with a little bit of hot ghee. Open them up as and when you wish. I'm gonna, that's nice basting there. I'm gonna flip them over, just like that. Get the other side. Give that a little bit more ghee as well, why not? I love ghee. It's just gonna give it a really nice, really good flavor. You gotta love chicken tikka. So there you go, guys. Straight from the pages of the Curry Guy Air Fryer. This one is so easy, it's quick, tastes just like it's from a tandoor. I think you're gonna love it. Give it a try. If you love the smoky, spicy, charred flavor of traditional tandoori chicken tikka, you are gonna love this recipe.